back to this adventure again. So, I am going to install this Airline extension on my 2018 RoadMaster because they put the filler behind this lovely side cover here, which means when you pull it out, you have the potential to scratch the shit out of everything, namely the side cover. So, I'm going to pop both side covers and then we'll be back. So, like I said, you have to take this off, and you have to take the side cover every time you want to change its pressure. So, you know, in my case, it was twice a day, because I dropped the pressure after I dropped my passenger off for work, and so it was comfy for me to ride to work, and then I would have to pull it off again when I got back to the public transit station, and pull the cover off and stuff like that. And I've gotten lucky. I don't see any scratches or anything right now, so I think I've gotten pretty lucky and stuff. I don't think you can damage the powder coat with the side cover anymore to screw up the side cover. So I started looking for sockets and everything. I got a 19 and a 24 and all kinds of stuff, but the size, just the socket wall won't fit in there because there's well, it could fit on the bottom, but the top, it's not flat cut. There's a taper in here. So I went and got the master wrench, and we'll see how I do left-handed. Poorly, apparently. You can watch me round the bolt or smack my knuckles or all of the above. Okay, I'll be back. So this video is all gonna be jump cut all over the place. So I got it loose, as you can see. Now, before I totally take it out, I want to, I want to take my handy dandy, they call it Schrader valve remover or whatever, and it's I'm used to be called a valve stem remover. It's a cap. I don't have the fancy screwdriver one, but it's on like, I don't know, 16 inches of valve stem extender. So, because I was originally thinking about drilling a hole in the side cabinet, but I decided that's a terrible idea. Mostly because I suck and because I'll fuck up the paint. Alright, so, you take this bad boy, you stick it in here, you turn it till it connects, and then just twist it out. Oh, and apparently in my case, you undo the fucking cap. Okay, whatever. Put this up here, I can do it with just a cap. I probably should let the pressure out of here. It's something like 100 and some PSI. And you're saying, why? Why would I do this? The simple fact of why I would do this is the other line has a Schrader valve in it. If you remove this one, and in my case, I'm going to put some PST pipe sealant on the end. See, that's what's in there. If you want to see how it works, Google it. Oh, I should have been, you know. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, to those that wanted me to record vertical or horizontal, oops, I'll work on that later. So, we take that, and we put it down here with all the rest of somebody else's tools or my stuff. Gotcha. I have been, you know what, we're going to take a break here. We're going to plug in the go away box to make the mosquitoes go away. One of my most favorite noises. So, I don't remember what the hell I was saying. Anyway, so I gotta get PST, Red Locker, and other crap. Other crap is right. If you know what some of this stuff is, leave comments down below, because I don't. I inherited a bunch of the stuff. Alright, well, looks like you're gonna stick this out of this toolbox. Here, enjoy the view. Okay, now back to the job at hand. I wonder if I can stick you on the bar. I can! Hello! Excellent. Let's stick you down here. Oh, this way you can see what I'm doing. Maybe. Cool. Enjoy being stuck to the side of the bike. Alright, so get back to this. So we need to unscrew this bad boy. So if I'm done, push it out. And it comes out this side. It's nice and out and easy. We screw this back in here. And alright. So now we have this end, which for some reason the one they buy from the place I got it, which I'll link down below, is smooth rather than having a this end is smooth rather than having, like we see on this end. Come here, you. Right here. Oh, this one's smooth too. Well, this one's got a little wrench point on it. This end over here, and I'll show you. So you can see the wrench. So it's like it's not a nut, but it's like a nut or a bolt there. But it's got a proper fitting there. And we'll stick you back on the bike. Yay! Magnetic mount point. Okay. So, unfortunately, I gotta get pliers. It looks to be a 10mm wrench. I'm going to take 2 seconds here. I'm going to teach you all a little trick. So, you get a chrome surface, and you don't want to, you got to put pliers on it or whatever, and you don't want to fuck it up. So, what do? If you have, or can find your masking tape, you cover it in masking tape. In my case, I can't find my freaking masking tape, so, good old electrical tape. Should protect that up nicely. So, step 1, mix up your PST if it's been sitting around for freaking ever. PST, pipe sealant, Loctite PST 592, stinks like ass. Actually, doesn't smell that bad. Especially compared to things like 80-90 weight out of a transmission, yeah. Well, actually, my turning my other truck takes 80-90 weight, so yeah, I guess, ew, that's not good. You are not mixed well enough. Oh, wait a minute, I need to put this off over here. Wipe this crap off. Yeah, make sure when you get stuff that's sealing, you mix it well when you pull it out. Or in my case, it just makes a lovely mess of your threads. So once again, we put the pipe sealant on here. The guy says this is optional, but, you know, usually when they say it's optional, they're like, it's recommended, you might want to actually do it. Or, you know, deal with the freaking leaks afterwards. So, since unlike a lot of people, I'm big on one and done, I'm just gonna do this all up, and I probably put way too freaking much on. So you can watch me, oh, you probably didn't see that shit. You just wipe it around the threads. Makes that white mess. And yes, I know it's blurry as hell. I don't have a tripod. I get a big magnet on the back. I gotta work on welding a ball bearing to some kind of tripod. So like I was saying, you put my case electrical tape around it. So you put it together. Just thread it nicely, easily. No problem to be had. Okay. Get all the way to the end. Tighten it on as best you can. And then I need good old 10mm wrench. Okay, good. And then I grabbed a pair of needle nose pliers. Probably should have grabbed a pair of good pliers. So you can see. Put this together. And just, the only problem is, you can't get a good grip on it, or the tape doesn't stay very well because you bought Chinese electrical tape because you're cheap. Like me, the tape comes apart and then you have fun getting it off. Not really, it's just coming off easy. See there. So, 2 seconds here. Close up the PST here real quick because I need the paper towel to wipe the excess off, which is a whole lot of what my problem is probably. And I'm going to switch to a different pair of pliers. I'll be back. And I'm going to put the PST away because I'm done with it. Ooh, scrap on. Nice. Oh, I brought bigger pliers, better pliers. I don't know, let's see how the scrap-ons do. I did think ahead, so Logan has to think on how this has to be done up. Because he's special. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, I think I'm going to be good. We'll find out in about 10 seconds here when I pump it up. So, onward. Next adventure we have is we are to, have a look, feed, let me go down here, feed this through here, through out this way, so it comes out over here. I wonder if I can stick you in the head. Let's see what your view's like from over here. Ooh. Nope, brake levers are aluminum, Logan. You're special. Oh, here, you get an inside look at the darkness. Oh, never mind. Oh, here, have a look at everything. I don't know what's in there. We'll both find out together. Alright. Apparently wiring that I'm screwing up. Awesome! Okay. We are out. We are mostly through. Perfect. So it feeds out over that side. We'll go over there and mount it up. But first, we're going to need some Allen keys. Yes, we are. So, Indian will tell you, or at least on the Scout, they tell me things are metric and when they're standard and standard when they're metric. But in my case here, it don't matter to me because I got all of the above. So I will find out which size it is. Your size may vary depending on, I don't know, which Jim Bob put it together on Thursday. Alright. Okay. Alright. Now, wonder where we can stick you right now. Ooh, these should be magnetic. They is! Da 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 da! Okay, we're going to start with metric sizes. That's definitely not a 6. So loose 5. Do we got a, I don't know, 7/32. Nope. Don't think it's going to be 3/16 because that looks a little too small. Alright, we're going with a 5 mil. I bet you she's actually a 5.5, but I don't. Ooh, you know what? I might have a 5.5 in another set. I will be right back. It's always good to have extra tools. As a side note, always stop at garage sales for that are being held as people are emptying a hoarder's house. That's how you end up with amazing wrench sets and stuff. And what's the word? It is not a 5.5, so it must be just a straight 5. Then again, these are hell cheapo Mastercraft set. I think I paid $2 for this or something. I don't know. The kit I bought them from was great though. Lefty loosey, ready tighty. There, she broke free. You're gonna hear me cough a lot. I have no idea why. My dad did it. I do it. That's just how it works. Right. So, Then they want you to pull out this little doodad here. It holds this cable, and then they give you another little doodad that Logan has promptly lost. Okay, cool. Oh, there it is. They give you a little doodad. Looks like that. Maybe that was Pill Punch. Oh. What if that's by Ziploc? Or somebody's weed dealer? I don't know. Not my thing, not my problem. So, now, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you're supposed to somehow really get this in here or something, I think. Okay. How the hell? Hello, Skeeter. Goodbye, Skeeter. Oh, I didn't get him. I was just pissed off. Well, that'll come back to bite me. No, there was no pun actually intended on that one. Funny nonetheless. Yeah. Less funny, haha, more funny, what the fuck, I know. Oh, and I bet you there's gonna be lots of complaints about, how can you use that language? It's English. It works just fine for everybody. What in the hell? Did they add a gasket in here? Huh. They has gone and added a gasket here. Oh, you know what? I've got a way around this. I've got a way around this. I've got a way around this. Okay. Well, looks like Logan's got to do some grinding. I'll be back. Well, you know what they say. A grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't. So, here we go. I got this now adjusted. I'm going to stick it in here so it fits. Ooh, look at that. Nifty, nifty. Look who's 50. Okay, so we pull this back because we need to put this little bastard back in. So, let this off. There we go. And you're like, well, it ain't so pretty and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know what? Form follows function, and it should work. So, screw it. We screw it all back together here, and look at that. She's out. Should be tight in about 2 seconds. Let's see, I'm gonna need those vice grips back to hold it from buggering off. So, there she goes. Tighten this up a little more. Oh, she's still plenty loose. Lovely. Yes, there's torque specs and blah, 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 blah. But let's be realistic. Ain't nobody got time for that. Somebody once said, torque spec is in the arm of a good mechanic. I believe that person was an asshole. But that's just me. Oh, awesome. Pre-drilled tab. Oh, maybe it will fit. Cool. He likes. It fits. Now we need to hope that it holds air. And we can lose the cap like you would expect. I wonder how much of this audio is actually going to get through. Oh well. I probably should look at the instructions and determine what size wrench I actually need for this. And since it's made in the States, well, no, I think it's made in China. The extension thing there, I think it's made in China. Might be made in the States, but yeah. It's a 12 or a 13 for, could be a ½ inch. If it's a 13, it's a ½ inch-ish. I think that's something everybody knows. You have to cross, whoa! If you have to cross metric for standard, you run into, you need a 1/2 inch, which this is I think. Is it? Is it not? I do believe you can swap that for a 13, which I think it is. Oh, nice. So back to the reason I removed the other Schrader valve is point of failure. This way, it'll either leak out of that. With the PST, it shouldn't. I don't know if you can see it, but the hose is twisting, and I don't want to do that. But I also don't want anything to lose. Woo! Did you watch me toss my iPhone all over the place? I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's not going to go anywhere. So now we take the cap off. We go over here and we get our pardon me, get our fancy air pump provided by Indian. And I'll tell you right now, I have not installed it in the way that the person who sold it to me instructed me to install it. He told me to install it at the back there, where that, you see where this, right here, see where that cable tie is. But they seem to have added a gasket back there, so there's no gaps. You can get the cable tie thing in because it's uber tight and it's small. So let's look at this. Fox shocks. Now this is actually factory. If you can see where it says Fox on it. There we go. Close enough. There you go. Fox. So 1,000. What is that? Kilopascals? Yeah. I'll tell you right now, as a Canadian, I have no idea how to convert to PSI. That's something I really like on this system is I can, or on the road command systems, I can tell it, hey, I want this in metric settings, and I want this in, I don't know, you call them standard or imperial settings. So let's pump this up. Oop. Yeah, don't hit the air out button on the pump when you're trying to do this. Okay, what is my fat ass way? I gotta stop for 2 seconds here. I gotta look at the inside of the cover to find the weight settings, or the pressure settings. Here, I'll give you a shot of that. So, here is all the pressure settings. So, enjoy that. And you're probably thinking, what am I doing? I'm going to let you watch the pressure as I go up. Why? I don't know. So, according to my fat ass, and with, because I'm be riding this with a passenger, they say I should make this 100 PSI. So let's do that. Oh, like I said, don't put the, if this doesn't make you sick, nothing will. Watch the thing closely as it bobs and weaves around and attempts to make you throw up. So right now, we're just a touch over 100, or maybe right on the 100 mark, depending on how you're looking at it. So now we'll leave this for a couple hours, and then we'll check it again. And if there's no problem, we'll call it a success. And now, rather than having to take off the cover every time I want to change the air pressure, I do it right there. Now I'll tell you, they're absolutely correct with how bloody hot. Maybe I should do this way. I don't know. It's gonna require a ridiculous number of editing. Anyway, you know what? screw it, I'll just upload it directly. If it's upside down at one point or right side up or whatever, I don't really care. So it does get ridiculously hot. Like this gets hot enough that my passenger back here, with their legs back here, complains that holy crap, the exhaust is hot. So I'm looking at changing the pipes and doing the stage 1 or just everything to stage 2 or something that excludes the doing the cams, because I've never heard good news about the cams from about 5 people in my group that have done them. So that's their decision. And we'll be doing a little bit more on this thing. Like I gotta install the heat shields here, like I said, because the heat's ridiculous. So that'll be another video. Bye.